My dog is really just back there doing whatever. Leo, say hi. Say hi to YouTube.
No?
He really needs a haircut, so please excuse him. But hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Elise Lachey. For those who don't know me, I am a public relations specialist. I guess you could say I'm a content creator. But yeah, I just love all things media. So yeah, welcome to my channel. I'm also a podcaster. That's also an important thing to note too. I have a podcast with my best friend, but I'll get into that later. I'm not new to YouTube, but this is like my second time getting back, you know, on the YouTube grind. So I'm not too sure like what my channel is going to be about just yet, but I figured that today I could do like an intro video to who I am, and also, you know, as you can see by the title, I just moved to Texas. So I figured I could do like a video kind of about my move to Texas and like what my experience has been like moving to Texas so far, how I moved to Texas across states. So yeah, if you are interested in watching that, then please keep on watching. And please forgive me if the light is like constantly changing. I'm using as much natural sunlight as I can today, so I'm pretty sure it'll fluctuate, but it's all good. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested in hearing about who I am and my move to Texas, then go ahead and keep on watching. I was gonna kind of do like a get to know me tag type of video just as an introduction to who I am and an introduction to my channel. So I found some questions on Google that I figured I could answer as kind of like, you know, get to know me type of questions. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, where was I born? So I was born in Naples, Italy. I'm actually a Navy brat. My father was in the Navy. I don't know how many years, but I know that me and my older siblings were all kind of born all over, just because he was in the Navy. And at the time that I was born, my family had been living in Italy for quite a few years. So I do have dual citizenship, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I've never been to Italy ever since, you know, I was born. So I'm thinking like maybe for my 30th birthday, which isn't for a few years, that would be like a cool thing to do. You know, maybe like take my mom back and she can like show me where I was born and where they lived at. So yeah, that's where I was born. Another question is, what is my favorite color? So as I've gotten older, so when I was a kid, my favorite color used to be purple. But as I've gotten older, my favorite color is definitely pink, and I can't even like flex. Like, I'm one of those girls who loves the color pink. What is your favorite perfume? Ooh, that's a good one. I have so many favorite perfumes, but out of them all, oh, I would probably say my favorite is between either Kilian Love Don't Be Shy or YSL Libre. But I have so many perfumes that I just know that I'm sure that there's more favorites, but off the top of my head, those are the two that I can think of. Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods also smells really good. So that's another one. But let me know in the comments if you guys would like a perfume haul or like, I don't know, a summer perfume. He just insists on being in the video, so I guess I just gotta let him be in the video. But yeah, so those are some of my top favorites. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys want like a perfume collection or something like that. I'd be happy to do one of those. What's your favorite holiday? So my favorite holiday is probably Thanksgiving, and I know that's like, that sounds like some real greedy, you know, some real greedy shit, but like my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because we get to eat so much food, and then also you get to be around your family, and you know, you get to think about all the things that you've been grateful for. So that's always really nice to me. I love Thanksgiving. Have I been out of the country? Well, yes, I was born out of the country, so I guess that technically counts. And I have also been to Mexico. I'm really big on travel. Travel is like one of my favorite things to do. So I plan on visiting many other countries. I only have one stamp in my passport, and that's just not acceptable for me to travel as much as I do. So yeah, Do you speak any different languages? No, technically no. I know a pretty good amount of Italian just because my parents, you know, spoke Italian to us growing up. And I did take French in high school as well as Italian in high school. But to say I know any other languages would be a lie. I don't know any other languages. I just know what I learned in French and Italian class. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I have. Well, it's kind of complicated because I have bonus siblings and I absolutely love them. You could not tell me that they're not my brothers and sisters or whatever. But I have 3 biological siblings. So I have an older brother and older sister, and then I have a younger sister who is 6. Kayla, I love her so much. But then I also have bonus siblings. So I have my 3 stepbrothers, Aaron, Alan, and Adam, who I absolutely love. Shout out to y'all if y'all are watching this. And congratulations to my brother who just graduated from high school. Go Alan. What is my favorite restaurant? So, ooh, that's a tricky one too. So if I'm in Chicago, I want Grand Lux. I love Grand Lux. It's one of my favorite restaurants in Chicago. Out here in Houston so far, Bijou has been one of my favorite restaurants to visit. I really love them. They have great steak, phenomenal restaurant. But I really like food, so it's hard to pick a favorite. Did I like school? I loved school. School was, especially like high school, you know, grammar school, junior high type of thing. I was always like, you know, like honor roll student, you know, type of kid. I didn't start to dislike school until I got to college because it kind of felt like I was being forced to learn things that I truly wasn't interested in. Anybody who's been to college knows that you have to take like a bunch of gen eds and they're not really applicable to your major most times, and they're just not really that interesting. So that's when I started to like dislike school. But after I graduated with my bachelor's, I was crazy enough to go back and get my master's. So I apparently like school enough. What are some of my favorite YouTubers? Ooh, that's a good question because I love my favorite vloggers. So some of my favorite YouTubers are Aaliyah Space, that's my girl. I love Gina Janine. Who else do I like? I really like Kyra. Who have I been watching lately that's like really... Oh, I love Dana Alexia. I really like Taylor Hope Alexandria. Yeah, like there's a bunch I like. Pretty much if you watch one, you've probably seen most of their videos pop up. So I'm definitely like a black girl luxury, you know, vlog watcher. Like that's definitely my, you know, my preferred content to watch on YouTube. So those are my girls. What is my favorite movie? Woo, if you know, you know. My friends gonna know what I'm gonna say right off the bat. My favorite movie is Love Jones, and then a close second would be Brown Sugar. What are some of my favorite TV shows? I don't really watch a lot of TV, but when I was like watching TV, I was really heavily into like Degrassi. I love Vampire Diaries. This Is Us. I love that, even though I fell off big time. And I love reality TV, so like anything pretty much reality I'm into. PC or Mac? I'm definitely a Mac girl. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max or something like that. It's probably time to get a new phone soon. How tall am I? I am 5'5" and a half. So I'm 65 inches, which apparently is like 5'5" and a half. But I'm like all legs, so I look much taller than I really am. But yeah, I'm a little bit above average height. And do I have any pets? Obviously, my baby Leo. Leo? So yeah, I have one pet. His name is Leo. He is my 2-year-old Morkie, who I pretty much treat like my baby. I love him so much. He's like a little cuddly teddy bear, as you guys saw earlier. And then the last question is, what do I do for a living? So I actually just accepted a new job. I work for a Web3 marketing firm, and I am a public relations manager. So I do public relations and marketing for clients in the fintech and blockchain industry. So that's pretty cool. I guess this kind of brings me to my move to Texas. So in this video, I also mentioned that I was going to kind of discuss like my experience moving to Texas, what that's been like, and how I'm kind of feeling about Texas so far. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. But I moved Memorial Day weekend down to Houston, Texas. And a lot of people have asked me, like, well, why Houston? Like, what makes you want to move to Texas? And to be honest with you, me and my friend Ashley actually came down to Houston. Well, we did like a kind of like a little Texas tour. We had gone to Dallas first, and then we came to Houston. So we spent like 4 or 5 days here in Texas, because we both have always kind of been interested in moving to Texas. But I kind of wasn't sure like where I wanted to move. Like the very first time I ever visited Texas, I came to San Antonio. I love San Antonio. I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was so diverse. And the weather was a plus. The homes are also beautiful in San Antonio. So I was like, wow, I really love it here. And then we visited Dallas when we, went down to San Antonio during that time, but we only kind of did like a little club thing, and I was just like, Dallas ain't really my vibe. But then I came back to Texas with her during it was kind of like the summer of the pandemic, when the pandemic first started. We had come down to visit Dallas, and we said that we would drive to Houston, so we spent 2 or 3 days in Dallas, and then we spent the rest of the time in Houston. And I love Dallas. I thought Dallas was really nice, really cool. Dallas seems a little bit more established as a city to me. It seems somewhere that I kind of want to be when I'm just a little bit more, I guess settled down. I guess settled down is the term that I want to use. Like Dallas just seems like the perfect place to like raise a family and kind of like settle down. Whereas Houston is a little bit more lively, I guess, or vibrant. I feel like for my age group, I'm only 27. So, I kind of still want to get that like, youthful, vibrancy of the city of Houston. So that's what kind of attracted me to Houston, but I absolutely love Dallas. I've been to Dallas quite a few times. I definitely think it's a great city. Their homes are also really beautiful. But something just drew me to Houston, being able to see palm trees and the sunshine every day, even though the weather has been pretty, all over the place. Houston as a city so far is super cool. I really like the food here. I just like the vibes here. The people are super nice. The apartments are really nice. I live in a brand new community, and I can pretty much get to everything within like 10 to 15 minutes. The thing I will say is in Houston, you do have to pretty much take the expressway to get virtually everywhere. So that can be a bit of an annoyance, but overall it's still like a really great city, and the landscape is beautiful. There's so much to do here, and even though since I've moved I haven't really enjoyed too much of like the nightlife, just because I've been like focused on moving and unpacking and stuff like that. It has been pretty great to just go around. I've been to the mall a few times. I've been shopping quite a few times here, obviously, with the move. But yeah, any other time that I've visited, Houston, Texas, it's always been pretty lit. So I'm not worried about like what the nightlife is gonna be like, because obviously, I've experienced it before, and I'm here. I've moved here, so it's not going anywhere. So yeah, I mean, what I've been doing so far is just kind of like getting a feel for the city. I've tried a few food spots. Me and Leo, we go walk, kind of like explore around the neighborhood where we live at. What else have I done? I've started to go to the gym. So I don't know, I just feel like ever since I've moved here, my life has been a lot more proactive. I started a new job this week, so that's been pretty cool. I'm just kind of like getting my feet wet in Houston, trying to see what it's all about. I was talking way too much. So far, one of my favorite things that I've done has been like, visiting my pool. Back in Chicago, it's not the luxury that I had. Was having a pool at my residence, and then also, most of the year Chicago is cold anyway. So that was one of the real big like reasons why I left Chicago, was because I was kind of sick of the weather. You're from Chicago, Midwest, up north, then that it's gonna rain, it's gonna snow, it's gonna be gray, and it's gonna be cold. When I left end of May, and it was still like 50-60 degrees in Chicago. It was crazy. Like, that's kind of one of the main reasons why I left Chicago. But one thing that I will say about Houston's weather in comparison to Chicago's weather is that it is excruciatingly hot here in Houston. on average, it's probably been about 92 to 94 degrees ever since I've moved here. And from what I've heard people say, this is nothing. Like, this is nothing compared to how hot it's gonna be in July and August. Now, I do feel like I could tolerate this heat so far. Like, it's not comfortable, but it is tolerable. But when you say that this is just Houston preheating, what do you mean preheating? It's hot as hell in Houston. Like this Saturday is supposed to be 102. And all I have to say is I will be in the crib. There's no way that I'm gonna be outside and it's 102 degrees outside. No, when the sun goes down, I might go to the pool, but no. Also, I have tanned so much since I've moved here, and for me to be here less than 2 weeks and already have a tan, crazy. But I don't mind it. I like my tan. I like my little melanin skin. I think it looks cute. Yeah, that's kind of been like what my week's been like so far since I've lived in Houston. I had about a week here. A little over a week I've been here, and I hadn't been working because I was transitioning between jobs. So that was a nice little vacation, away from work, to be able to kind of like really settle down in a new city and explore a new city. So now I'm back to work, and kind of like at least Monday through Friday my like exploring of the city isn't happening. But I think that I'll have so much fun content coming now that I'm in a new city and like just ready to explore. And yeah, I hope that that's content that you're interested in watching. I think I want to do like different restaurant reviews and different vlogging around Houston, just to kind of like get comfortable with being on camera again and being on YouTube and kind of sharing my journey with you. I'm also still in the middle of like unpacking and moving into my apartment, so I think it would be cool to like also include some home decor, furniture shopping, and my content as well. So leave me a comment, like, subscribe. I'm Houston's newest hottie. And if anybody has any recommendations for me being in Houston, living in Houston, I'm definitely open to making girlfriends. So if there's anybody out there who has also just moved to Houston and ready to get to know some, new people, fun people, then I'm your girl. That's a little bit, of this Q&A and, life update about, kind of who I am. I'm ready to take Houston by storm. I'm ready to take my, my new job by storm. I'm just, super excited for this next phase of my life. And even though it's intimidating and it's, kind of scary at first, people have always asked me, like, are you scared? Are you nervous? And honestly, I had no nerves whatsoever. Like, I knew that this was something I wanted to do for so long that when the opportunity just finally presented itself, I was like, yeah, just go, just take the leap. And I guess that's what I would leave you guys with. Like, life has no limits. We have no limits. Anything in your mind that you want to do it. Don't allow, others to project their fears onto you and tell you that you won't like something, or you'll, so many people have told me, oh, you'll come back, or you're not gonna like it, it's gonna be too hot. And they may be right. Maybe it will be too hot, maybe I won't like it, but I'm not gonna let what people have to say stop me from, living out my dreams and pursuing things that I've always been interested in. So I would leave you guys with that. If you are thinking about moving out of state and exploring new cities and new adventures, then I say go for it. Don't ever be afraid to spread your wings. At the end of the day, your hometown is going nowhere. The people who love you will still love you. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do for you. And I have no regrets since I've left Chicago to come to Houston. And so far I've just truly been enjoying every bit of it. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to come along this journey with me. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope that it's not too long, but it shouldn't be. So yeah, let me know what type of content you'd like to see from me in the comments below. Share this on all your socials. Connect with me, follow me on my Instagram, which is EliseLachey_. I'll leave it in my description box below. So follow me, get in tune with me, and welcome to Houston, y'all. Bye.